Good Sunday morning to you, Minneapolis hockey fans. From Princeton, Minnesota, day 3 of the region tournament. The Storm are taking on Elk River. We see them again. We played Elk River on Friday night, but both these teams find themselves facing off again, and the Storm are very fired up to redeem themselves after blowing a big lead in that game on Friday. Still have a road ahead of them. They need to beat this Elk River team, and then they will play, should they win that game, they will play Moorhead for a chance to punch their ticket to the state tournament. So a lot on the line today. As both these teams want to stay alive, winner moves on. The loser's season is over. Teams are finishing their warm-ups here, and we are about to get underway here. Storm will be in their home white uniforms, although they are the visiting team here. As Elk River just has the one jersey option. They're red jerseys, red and black jerseys, so they have asked the Storm to wear their white jerseys. Or their gray jerseys, I should say. So the game just prior to this finished up about 20 minutes ago. Osseo Maple Grove beat Moorhead for the championship of this tournament. So they will be the first seed in the state tournament. So starting lineups are done, and we are ready to get underway here for game number 1, hopefully of 2 games for the Storm. They need to win this game, move on, and take on Moorhead, hopefully this afternoon at 4:30. And winner of that game becomes the number 2 seed in the state tournament. For all of these kids on the Minneapolis side, this is the furthest they've gotten in this state championship rounds here. And they would really like an opportunity to make it to the state final tournament. This one tracked down by Beck. Beck goes off the boards, kept in by Elk River though. Now they try to center one across, and this one is saved by George. George T1 Ortiz in goal today. He's coming off of 2 nice games, a shutout against Cambridge Isanti, and then last night only gave up 1 goal against Champlain Park. And there's a shot right on goal. Tyson comes in, tries to get the rebound, but couldn't get a stick on that one. This one knocked down and sent in by Cam, but now it's knocked into the Elk River zone, but Elk River is offsides, so we will face off right outside the Elk River offensive zone down front. This one is picked up by James Meyer. Intercepted by Colin Moose. Now Colin skates it in. He's got Archie trailing if he can get it to him. He maneuvers around, chips it into the corner for Archie. Now it's loose in the circle. Archie in the corner trying to center it out. He gets taken against the boards. Here's Will Marsh comes over to help. Now Archie, now Will Marsh steps in. Oh! Loose through the crease, but Elk River able to get that out of there. Nice start for the Storm here as they are being very aggressive early. This one cleared by Elk River. Now it comes to George Lego. George has got Will Marsh. Will Marsh loses the handle though, and loose and neutral now. Elk River comes into the zone with it. There's a shot high over the net. Still in the zone now. It pops out of there. George Lego trying to chase it down. Elk River trying to clear it, but they misfire now. Comes out to Cam. Cam fires one that is into the corner. This one kept in by James Meyer. Elk River trying to clear it, but knocked away. Here's Ben Scoyer with it. Now Colin tries to get it over to Otto, but that was behind him. There's a shot and a pad save. Oh, and Otto with a backhand shot. Another pad save by Elk River. Storm with the early pressure. 3 shots on goal. They're looking good so far. Now here's Elk River. No, nice defense there by Otto as he's able to get a stick in there and knock that one away. Now here's Colin with it. Colin backhands it up to Archie into the zone, but Archie loses a skate, and back comes Elk River. And they miss on the pass and comes out of the zone. Now here's Colin moves with it. Now Tyson with a shot and pad save by Elk River. Griffin sends it back in the zone, but Tyson was still in, so we'll have an offsides on the Storm. We'll have a center ice face-off as Will Marsh comes in to take this one. Will has Jackson Gaston and George Lego with him up front. Beck and Griffin are handling the defensive responsibilities. Griffin waits patiently, chips it ahead. George gets us into the zone, but comes right to Elk River. Now they just dump it in, picked up by Beck. Beck ships it out of there, saved by Griffin. Now Will Marsh is going to dump that in. Kept in by Cam. Shot, but off the mark. Elk River still with it. Now they send it across. Will Marsh clears the zone. Now here's Otto trying to chase it down. Goalie comes out to play it, and Elk River is able to stop that breakaway attempt by Ottawa. Elk River is able to get it out, but they just dump it as they go for a line change. Now there's Archie. Oh, that's poked off of his stick as Archie had a opportunity there briefly. Now Archie gets it into the zone. Now it caroms back into the corner. Now we're going to have an offsides on the Storm as that popped out of the zone. And we'll have a face-off in the dot right in front of us here. 8:01 left in this opening period. Now Cam carries this one in and fires it. Glove save by Tyson. Now sends one through the crease. This is kept in by James Meyer. Archie with it briefly. Now Archie trying to whack it away again, but Elk River able to break this out of there as they skate through two. There's a shot, but a save by George as George is positioned nicely. That's only the first shot on goal for Elk River. Will Marsh sends this all the way down. Icing waved off. This one kept in by George. Jackson maneuvers around the circle. Now he leaves it for Beck. Beck fires one, and that one almost gets through. George gets this back in the zone. Elk River trying to clear it now. Here's George with it behind the net. Trying to center it out. That one got knocked away. Here's a shot that's knocked down by Elk River. Beck comes over, keeps it in the zone. Now Will Marsh picks up the loose puck. He's trying to maneuver in. Circles, gets it out to Cam. Cam with a shot. Oh, and that one just goes wide. Jackson fires one. That's wide. Now here's Beck with it. Beck dumps it in deep. Will Marsh again. Off the boards to Cam. Cam with another shot. Oh, and a shot by Jackson. Pad save. Nice save by the Elk River goalie. Storm really controlling that offensive zone. And here's Will Marsh as he gets in and fires one, but it's deflected high. There's James. James gets it out of there, picked up by Ben Scory. Ben gets it over to Otto. Oh, and Otto with a great shot, but pad save. Elk River goalie outstanding so far as the Stormer got 10 shots on goal already. Picking up where they left off last night. They held Champlin Park to only 1 shot on goal in the first period, and that's what Elk River has right now. But so far, nobody's been able to get one in the net. Here's Griffin. Puck picked up by Otto. He gets it in the zone. Now it pops back out. And this one goes up out of play as Griffin comes in and takes a whack at it. So we'll have a center ice face-off here with 4:21 left in this opening period. Still scoreless here. Archie knocks that into the zone. Tyson. Now Archie. Archie sends it right back through the crease, but nobody there. Now here's Colin Moose, sends it back around. Beck keeps it in the zone. Now Colin Moose. Colin steps into the slot. Now and there's it as Archie goes high and scores for the Storm as they take a 1-0 lead here. That was a nasty snipe by Archie Reardon as he went high on the goalie and put it the only place he could. And he gets the Storm on the board. Here's a face-off down front. Will Marsh with it now sent ahead, goes into the zone. Now James Myers steps in. He fires a shot, but a little bit off the mark. And he goes down and is not getting up quickly. I don't know. Must have strained something there. Now it seems to be okay. James just lifts it into the zone. But Elk River tries to send it back out, and they do. 2:50 left on this one. This one steered away by George. Now here's Beck. Beck is going to skate it up, and he dumps it in. Follows the loose puck. It's still in the slot, and Elk River comes away with it. Now here's George Lego. He's got Ben Scory if he can get it over to him. Oh, and just a little wide as that was a bouncing puck, tough one to handle. But now George again gets it right on. Oh, and it pops up in the air. Nice save as Ben Scory or Beck had a great opportunity right out front, but a good save by the Elk River goalie. Now this one's picked up by Colin. Colin's going to skate it out. Now Colin comes in, gets it over. Oh, Otto shoots high. This one sent all the way down. That'll be an icing call. So 1:31 left here in this opening period. Storm up 1-0. Colin O'Day on the face-off. He sends it back to James. James steps in, slaps one, and save by Elk River. O'Day on the face-off sends it to the boards. Now it's chucked out of there by Elk River. Cam will have to chase it down. This one's sent in by Elk River, but picked up by James again. Now to Ben Scory, but still in the zone as Elk River is able to control it. They send it out to the point. As a shot off the mark goes into the corner. Colin chips it out of there. That'll be an ice, though. As Colin ices the puck, but Storm needed a line change, so that works out. 37.2 seconds left in this opening period. So earlier today, the Mpls Bantam A team won the championship of the West Region in the A region tournament. So they will represent Minneapolis in the state tournament, and this Mpls Bantam B1 squad trying to do the same. Come on, guys. A little fumbling of the puck there, but able to eventually get it out of there. It's sent back in by Elk River. Tyson's going to just dump that in, and that will be the end of the first period. So Storm lead this one 1-0 after one. One goal on 13 shots for Minneapolis. No goals on one shot for Elk River. So the last two games, the Storm have really come out hot and dominated the first period, and they're doing it again this morning as they've allowed only one shot on goal so far. But as we learned the other night, there are 3 periods, so there are 2 more to go, and Storm need to keep this up if they want to move on. sometimes in these tournaments and in sports in general, it's things like a unfortunate loss that can turn things around and sometimes motivate a team, and that appears to be the case, at least so far here. The Storm are really quite embarrassed about the loss on Friday and felt like that one really got away from them, and they didn't really show what they had, and so I think they're very motivated to redeem themselves here. Will Marsh sends this one in. Elk River trying to clear it. They do. And now they are offside. James Meyer gets it over to Jackson. Jackson unintentionally clears the zone there. Sorry, I take that back. He did clear the zone. And this one kept in by Griffin. Now it's a Griffin. Griffin takes a shot. Oh! Rebound comes to Jackson. Jackson got a stick on it. Oh, and there's a laser by Will Marsh. And this one is just sent all the way out. That'll be an icing call, so we'll just stay right here. The Storm again getting this goalie on his heels as they got a couple solid shots in there. Colin O'Day on the faceoff. He sends this back to James. James back to Ben Scory. Ben fires one. That's off of Colin, I think. And cleared out of there by Elk River, but sent right back in by Ben Scory. Now intercepted by Otto. Oh, and that one gets just a little away from him. This one sent all the way down. Cam trying to wrestle it out of the corner. Colin comes away with it, gets it up to Ben Scory. Goes behind the net, and Elk River is able to clear it out of there, but picked up by Griffin. Elk River comes in, they take a shot. That's steered away by George. Still only the second shot on goal for Elk River. And there's number 3. As George saves that one. Now Tyson with it. Tyson chips it out of there. Comes to Griffin. Still in the zone though, now kicked out of there by Tyson. I think Tyson thought there was a whistle there. He sort of stopped playing, but now here comes Colin Moose back with some speed. Now he maneuvers around. Archie now trying to gain control, but it gets sent out of there. Back comes Elk River. Nice defense by the Storm as James is all over his man. And now sent in by Elk River, but they are offsides. Will Marsh on the face-off. This one controlled by Elk River. Now James comes through neutral, but now sent back out, and Cam picks this up. Who's going to take it? Someone take it. Will Marsh lifts this one up out of play, so we'll have a offensive zone face-off for Elk River. .45 left in the second period. Still 1-0 Storm. Elk River now is poked away by Otto. Otto with the breakaway. And he gets... Otto still gets a shot away. And that is gloved by the Elk River goalie. Now Colin O'Day on the face-off. He sends it into the boards, comes out to Griffin. Griffin fires a shot, but that's a little right of the net. Ben Scory trying to dig it out of the corner. Kept in by Colin as he sends it in. Otto goes to chase it. And that one comes out of the zone. Elk River tries to get it in. They finally get it into the zone, but Griffin sends it right back out. River gets it into the zone. This one comes to George, but he paddles it away. Colin lifts this one out of there. That's going to be an icing call. So 9:13 left in period number 2. There's a shot wide of the net. Now Cam picks up the loose puck. He skates it in, fires one. Nice shot. He tried to go 5-hole on that one, but the goalie's able to get his stick down. Now sent into the Elk River offensive zone as Tyson comes over to pick it up. He gets it to Cam. Cam right back to Tyson. Tyson then says, I don't want it, you take it. And now James is going to lift it out of there. Colin moves, trying to chase it down, but Elk River gets there first. Nice job nice stick by Tyson, and great opportunity there as Tyson took the feed from Jackson and got a good shot away. Now this one's blocked by Elk River. They send it down, that'll be an ice. We'll stay right here. Will Marsh on the face-off. Sends it to the boards. Elk River controls. Now they lift it out. And the Storm are off sides as Griffin pulled the trigger just a little too early as Will wasn't quite out yet. Griffin controls this one, sends it over to Beck. Back up to Will Marsh. Will's going to just lift it into the corner. Broken out of there by Elk River. Intercepted by Will Marsh. Will lifts it up. Now here's comes to George Lego. That's knocked off his stick, but now it's loose in the circle, but batted back down in. No one seems to want it here. Now Cam fires one toward the net, but it's knocked down by Elk River, and back they come. This one is George is going to skate out of the crease and cover that one. So 6:56 left here, period number 2. Storm would really like to get another goal here before a second period is over, because a precarious 1-goal lead right now. Ben Scory steps in. Oh, nice feed, but intercepted by Elk River. Now here's Colin. Ben Scory with it. That is poked away. Nice defense by Elk River. James Meyer with the loose puck. That gets away from him. This is going to be an ice. Apparently they called a touch on that, so icing waved off. Elk River sends it in. Centering pass, but that is deflected away, now blocked. Otto gets it out of there. Archie trying to chase it down. He gets it into the zone. Now Colin Moose comes in. Archie now behind the net. There's Tyson with a shot. That's off the side of the net. Still kept in by Colin Moose, as Elk River having trouble clearing it here. Kept in again by Colin Moose. Now Colin's going to send it into the corner. Another shot by Colin Moose, but the goalie was ready for that one. Now finally Elk River clears that one. Icing waved off. Not sure about that call. Now back with it. Griffin corrals the loose puck. He's going to skate it into neutral. Now he chips it into the corner. And the Storm are going to get called for the penalty on that one. That was somewhat questionable, but it was a hard hit into the board, but it was a Looked like a hockey play to me, but Storm will get called for roughing on that one. And they will now be down a man here as they try to kill off this penalty here. There's an attempted shot, but they missed, and Storm can't clear it though. Now here is Tyson with it. He's going to try to clear it off the boards, but that one does squirt out of there. Now Will Marsh trying to chase it down. He's got an opportunity here. He's got Jackson with him, and Will fires it high. There comes Elk River now. They got the breakaway, and no goal as players went crashing into George, knocked the net off. And generally, once that net comes off, it's no goal. It does look like the puck ended up in the goal, but they're not going to call it a goal. And now the Elk River coach looking for an explanation, but I think that is and once that net goes off and the player slides, as this player slides in there, if the net goes into the puck goes into a net that is no longer moored, it's immediately waved off, I believe, is the rule. And I think that's the call here. So whatever that call was, it's going to stand, and this game remains a 1-0 lead for Minneapolis. 1:24 left on the penalty. There's a shot that goes into the corner. This one comes out. Elk River will have to regroup. Collin trying to get this out of there. Can't clear it. Beck now has it. He tries to clear it, but it's kept in. Now Otto's able to get it out of there. That's going to be an ice, though. So 54 seconds left on the power play. 2:59 left in the period. O'Day on the face-off. This one comes to Cam. Cam trying to get it tied up in the corner. Storm are happy just letting that one. And Collin clears it. And we had a touch there, so icing waved off. Now Otto comes in, tries to wrestle it away. .25 seconds left in the penalty. Now this one's thrown up in the air by Cam, and that one hits one of the rafters, so we'll have a stoppage of play and an offensive zone faceoff for Elk River. With 21 seconds left on their power play. River player with a loose chin strap, so they make him button that up before they get underway here. Now we're underway. Elk River tries to get a shot, but that's blocked. Another shot saved by George. Player goes down. Elk River wanted to trip on that, but no call. Now it's tied up along the boards. Power play is now over. Storm are back at full strength. still tied up along the boards. Now Elk River with it. Now poked out of there, Archie. Oh, Archie sends it right back to Elk River. Now it's finally out of the zone. Now this one comes all the way down, but Colin Moose trying to lay a hit on someone, but Colin is a rather slight build and not able to get much of a hit on that one. Now here's Archie as he dumps it in. .107 left in period number 2. Now there's a shot by Cam. That one is kicked away. Now sent around. This one comes back out to Cam. Cam back to Tyson. Tyson back to Cam. Now Cam comes in for a shot. That was knocked out. Now this one gets out of there. Cam will chase it down. Now finally brought into the zone by George Lego. George then sends it into the net, but rather weak shot that is saved easily by Elk River. George couldn't get a lot on that one. Now this one comes out to the point to James. James sends it back down there. Here's Will Marsh. Backhands one toward the net. Steered away. Back out to Cam. Cam from the point fires one, and glove saved by Elk River. So 2.7 seconds left. Storm are going to try to get one shot away here. And doesn't look like that's going to happen, as this one will end period number 2 with a score Minneapolis 1, Elk River nothing. Shots, 23 shots for Minneapolis. 1 goal, 7 shots, no goals for Elk River. As is the case with all of these games, we will have a resurface of the ice here between period number 2 and period number 3. So teams will go off and talk about things in the locker room and come back for period number 3 in about 15 minutes. So we'll take a little break and be back in 15.
portable charger.
Yeah, I made it through though.
Yeah.
All right, teams are back on the ice here for the start of this third period. The Storm leading 1-0. Hopefully there was a discussion in the locker room in between periods about keeping the focus and not letting your foot off the gas, because that's what happened on Friday, and the Storm paid the price. So hopefully that's still fresh in their minds and they can keep up the pressure. They are one bad play away from being a tie game here, so they need to hunker down and keep the offensive pressure going. Hoping to keep their hopes alive for a state tournament berth. They need to win this game, and they need to win this afternoon against Moorhead in order to move on to the state tournament. As I mentioned earlier, the Minneapolis Bantam A team already has punched their ticket, so a Minneapolis association trying to get a second Bantam team into the state finals. There's Colin on the face-off. This one comes to Woodbury. But now Ben Scory gets it, sends it in. This one's sent around and out, and James is going to have to chase this down. Otto gets it into neutral, but now Cam picks it up, but he tries to, that was Cam. Cam tried to clear it, but it went into the Elk River bench, and we'll have an offensive, or a face-off here at center ice. Now Tyson, Archie, and George come in on the front line. Colin Moose. That one misplayed briefly by Elk River, but Archie could not recover to get a stick on it. Now Elk River comes in, they backhand one through the crease. There's Colin Moose, now gets it up to Tyson. Tyson skates it across the blue line, comes in, fires one right on net, but right in the midsection of the goalie, so he knocks that down and covers it. Offensive zone face-off for Minneapolis. Tyson Jung on the face-off. He sends it toward the net. That one rolls to the goalie, so he covers that. And we'll do it again. This one comes to Elk River. Now kept in by James. James skates down below the circle, centers it out into the crease, or into the slot. Now shot by Cam, easily steered away by Elk River. And that one skips over James' stick and goes all the way down. Cam tries to pick that up, but he gets taken into the boards. James able to outlet to Archie, now to Will Marsh. Will just rolls that one in. Goalie's going to play that one. George gets this one, sends it back in. Intercepted by Will Marsh. Will, take your time. Will kind of rushed a shot there. Now Will sitting right out front. There's Will Marsh along the side of the net, but he couldn't corral that one as George took a shot. Now this one's sent out. Griffin will chase it down. Sends it back into neutral. Will Marsh trying to get it out of there. Now controlled by Jackson briefly, but sent in by Elk River. This one sent in by Elk River again, but comes to Beck. Beck reverses over to Jackson. Now Beck ships it ahead to Otto. Now Otto brings it across the line. Leaves it for Colin. Oh, and Colin fires it wide. Colin trying to go far side on that one, but couldn't get it in there. Now here comes Colin again, sends it across to Ben Story, back to Colin. Oh, and Colin loses it, but then able to backhand it toward the net. He could not get one away. Now Cam sends that one back in. Now Elk River comes back. They chip it in. Oh, James is going to get called for an interference there if he's not careful. Now Ben Scory trying to get to this one, but Elk River gets there first. Now James going to skate this up, send it in. Tyson puts it in. Tyson with a really difficult angle. He puts it in from the baseline, and that's probably the fourth time he's done that this year. He has the ability to keep it on the ice and just got it in, and must have hit the skate of the Elk River goalie and caromed into the goal. Now 2-0 lead now for the Storm. That gives them a little bit of breathing room with 10 minutes left in this one, 10:57. Now Beck sends it over to Tyson. Tyson tries to chip it ahead, but didn't get much on that one, so it comes to Elk River. Now knocked out of the zone again. Archie loses the handle on it. Elk River comes in. Fire one right at George, but he is to the task and covers that one. George seeing the puck very well today. That's only the 8th shot on goal for Elk River. This one comes over to Cam. He can't quite catch up to it. Colin Moose trying to break it out. Now comes to Will Marsh. Will's going to just dump it in. Oh, Will Marsh. Now out to Cam. Cam fires it, but that's blocked. James will collect this one. Now sent out by Cam. That's going to be an ice. That's icing is the call on Minneapolis, so we come back down for a defensive zone face-off. 9:33 to go. Storm 9 minutes and 33 seconds from moving into the Consolation Championship here, and a chance to earn a spot in the state tournament. Now here's Ben Scory. He's got Griffin with him. Oh, and he just sends it a little too far. Centered right back out nicely, but Elk River, the only one home there. Now Beck sends a shot wide of the net. Otto comes over to try to collect it. Now Colin trying to get to this one. Elk River controls it, but chipped away now. Colin comes back. Oh, Colin with a great shot, but an even better save by the goalie. Colin went far side on that one, but the goalie just managed to get a pad on it. Now Beck comes in. He fires one and knocked down by Elk River. The Storm are clearly not going to let another Friday night collapse happen here. They are keeping the pressure on now. 30 shots on goal. And Cam with a great shot. Glove save by Elk River. Cam Adair playing with a lot of confidence his last 7 or 8 games. Now here's Elk River. Shot, but easy save for George. Cam is playing with a lot of confidence in this last week or so. He's really stepped it up and putting lots of shots on goal from the point and defensively very active with his stick and has kept the Storm in several games so far. Now here's Archie bringing this across the blue line. Oh, and Tyson with a shot that goes off the glass. Griffin's going to chase this one down. Now he's going to skate it all the way out. Griffin all by himself here. He didn't have any help, but as the Storm are in a line change. This one's sent in by George, but I'm going to call off sides on that one. That looked like that was on sides to me, but we'll have a stoppage of play here and a face-off right down front. Or sorry, we'll face off at center ice here, as they must have called that an intentional offsides. Jackson, Gaston wrestles it away. Now it comes to Griffin, sent in by Jackson. Sent back in by Will Marsh. Now Will has it. Now he sends one toward the net. That's wide. Cam comes over, holds the zone, now skates in the circle. Now Will Marsh sends it right toward the net, and pad saved by the Elk River goalie. Net was open for a bit, but that one sent in and on net, so no icing call. Now here's Otto. Otto comes into the zone but loses a handle on it. Kept in by Will Marsh briefly, but right back out as Elk River is able to control that one. Now Will Marsh clears the zone. Now Elk River is going to get called for the offsides. We'll have a center ice face-off here. O'Day on the face-off. He sends it toward the boards, but Elk River is able to control it. Oh, intercepted by Colin. Now Colin's going to try to maneuver around his man. Now he gets in, gets a shot away, but glove save by Elk River. Colin made him stretch for that one. Now we'll have a offensive zone face-off for the Storm here. 6 minutes exactly in this one. Colin wins the faceoff. Shot and save by Elk River as Beck drilled that one hard. Now this one comes to Beck again. Beck fires it. Another save by Elk River. Storm keeping the pressure on, but they're shooting it right at them at the moment. They have to try to get a deflection or something. Now here's Beck again. He's going to try it again. That one gets waited way too long for that one as he gave the defense time to recover, and they got a stick on that, sent it into the ceiling. So the Storm will get a line change here, but they keep it in the zone. Another offensive zone face-off. This one for Tyson Jung. This one chipped ahead, but Elk River controls. James knocks this back in. Archie had it briefly, but couldn't control it. Now here is Colin Moose trying to skate it in. This one's sent down. Elk River comes back. Storm on D, though, as they're able to swat that away. Now Tyson tries to clear it, but kept in. Now here's Archie, as Archie's able to clear it. Icing waved off. Elk River now comes back, poked away by Griffin. Now, there's a shot, but saved by George. Shot wide of the net. Kept in by Elk River. There's a shot knocked down by Beck. Storm still can't get it out of there now. Here, Will Marsh is finally able to clear it, but that'll be an ice. So icing is the call. 4:02 left here. Storm trying to hang on here, move on in this tournament. They stay alive after they're taking the long way around. After losing their first game Friday night, they had to come, and in order to get to the state tournament, they'll have to win 4 in a row. They're trying to win their third one in a row right now. Otto trying to hustle down and get to that one. Colin was out front waiting for that one, but that was poked away by the Elk River goalie. They are likely going to pull a goalie here in a moment. That one blocked by Colin. That could have been a hook, but nothing called. Now James with it. A little over 3 minutes to go. James sends us down. That'll be an ice. And we'll come back down into the Elk River offensive zone here. Storm clinging to this 2-0 lead here. .36 shots on goal for the Storm. They've gotten 2 past the goalie. Elk River 10 shots on goal, but they have gotten nothing past George yet. Now this one, Karam's out of there. Empty net for the Storm, and Archie almost got one there. Now here's Griffin. Griffin's going to try to send it down, and that's going to make it as goal as the Storm seal this one. That was off of Tyson, I think. So that will make it 3-0 now as the Storm get the empty net goal and put this game away. Storm really wanted this one as they wanted to redeem themselves from Friday night, and they have now done that. Still 2:45 left in this one, so not over yet, but certainly looking good for the Storm. As we have a timeout on the ice here. So only 3 teams left alive in this tournament, and the Storm are trying to make it 2 as they try to knock out Elk River and move on to take on Moorhead at 4:30 this afternoon. Center ice face-off here after the goal by Tyson. This one loose for a second, but controlled by Elk River. They've now pulled the goalie again, so another empty net. Oh. Colin Moose chips this out of there. Tyson wants another one, and Elk River able to keep it in. Elk River maneuvers around the circle. Now here's Griffin's going to fire another one, and it's in as the Storm put the exclamation point on things here as Griffin gets the empty net goal. And 2 minutes and 13 left in this one now. Storm just want to get this one over with at this point now. But Elk River with their goalie back in, they will just play this one out. There's a shot blocked by Will Marsh. Will gets it ahead to Jackson Gastone. Comes into the zone, but controlled by Elk River. 1:45 left. There's a shot saved by George. Another shot that's blocked. Oh, and George with another great save. Elk River's trying to make sure they don't get shut out here, and George is doing everything he can to make sure they do. Elk River gets it out to the point. There's a shot, another save by George. Nah, this one's sent all the way down. That'll be an ice, but Storm don't really care at this point. So under a minute now, 57.5 seconds left. It will be a brief celebration, though, as the Storm will need to get some food in them, get off their feet, and wait for the next game at 4:30. There's a shot wide of the net. This one poked out of there. Otto trying to catch up to it and get a shot, but that's steered away by the goalie now. Here's Ben Score, chips it into the zone. 30 seconds left now. Otto pokes this out of the zone. Now Colin intercepts. 13 seconds left. Now Otto just sends it back down. 5 seconds left. And that will do it. The Storm. George T1 Ortiz with a shutout. A 4-0 win for the Storm as they celebrate the victory and they move into the final game of this tournament and a chance to go to state. So the Storm will get into the locker room after this game. I'm sure there'll be a brief plan for the next several hours. And we will be back here, same location, for the game versus Moorhead at 4:30. Thanks for tuning in, and until then, good afternoon.